and just think outside the box and get the views.
Oscar De La Hoya wastes my time.
Boxing is the best, the purest, most beautiful sport in the world when the best fight the best.
I mean, I think he should go down and win a title at 160 because he won at 47, 40, 54, 68. Go get 16, you got to close it all. That's fine.
Us fighters should get in the ring and risk our lives. You know, there's enough pie for everyone to pass around.
When a boxer starts earning 7 or 8 figures late in his career, Oscar De La Hoya says that's when the biggest mistakes happen. To prove his greatness, Terence Crawford just climbed the mountain and beat Canelo Alvarez, but according to De La Hoya, that win created a brand new problem. Today we're breaking down Oscar's clear warning to Crawford and why a fight with Jermell Charlo could be far more dangerous than people think. It's easy to talk after the fact, but remember Oscar De La Hoya was one of the few who predicted Crawford would actually beat Canelo.
Crawford versus Canelo, which I feel Crawford will win.
Yeah. Okay.
But it'll be a great fight.
Yeah.
In his interview with Ariel Helwani, Oscar said the result didn't surprise him at all. He didn't just pick the winner, he explained why days before the fight. I've always been impressed with Terence, Oscar said. He added, I know Canelo. I know what he can and can't handle, and Oscar was right. He had supported Canelo for years, but he knew this time would be different.
I've always been impressed with Terence. Yeah. I was not surprised at all. I mean, I called him, I don't know how many days before.
Oscar's prediction came true when the Canelo train finally derailed. He saw the weakness coming and now he's warning Crawford about what's next. It wasn't luck. Crawford fought like a surgeon, breaking down a fighter whose flaws Oscar had already seen. So, what was Canelo's biggest flaw? It wasn't his power or his chin. Oscar explained it perfectly. Canelo freezes when you move. His feet get stuck, and that makes him an easy target for a technician like Crawford.
I know Canelo. I promoted him. I know exactly what he cannot handle and what he can handle, where he looks great and where he doesn't. And Crawford was the perfect opponent or fighter to derail the train. That was the bottom line. You move on Canelo just a little bit, and he gets lost.
Oscar doubled down on clapback Thursday, saying Crawford completely toyed with Canelo, made him look lost. He shut down any excuses about age, saying Crawford is older too.
God, it makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. What the f was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy!
This moment showed the sharp contrast between Crawford's precision and Canelo's weakness. Crawford won because he exploited a very specific flaw, but here's the danger: his next opponent might not have that weakness at all.
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your shit about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here. Look, I promoted Canelo's entire career.
Put some respect on it.
And it was a huge flop.
How do you like them apps?
The only real fighters he's faced were Mayweather, Bivol, and Crawford, and they all toyed with him.
When Ariel Helwani asked if Crawford might retire as champion, Oscar's answer was simple. No, he said once a fighter gets that huge payday 7 or 8 figures, that's when mistakes happen, and that's Crawford's biggest threat right now. Not a punch, not a hook, not the weight class, but comfort. De La Hoya explained that after a big payday, hunger fades. It's not about skipping training, it's about losing the fire. Who you fight, when you fight, and why you fight. Money changes it all.
And it'll silence a lot of doubters. Not all of them, but it'll silence a lot of doubters. And he can move on to the next challenge. And then that next challenge is possibly a top 10 in the world.
I think the smaller Charlo could be even more dangerous. The smaller Charlo has speed and fights harder, and he's in your face. It's a great payday for him, and he's obviously he took that into consideration when making the decision. It's going to be a tough task. I mean, 2 weight divisions is historical if he wins, and 2 weight divisions if he loses he has the perfect excuse. You know, I moved up to weight division.
Oscar's advice was clear. The moment your motivation shifts from greatness to money, you become vulnerable. Right now, Crawford's phone is blowing up offers, sponsors, huge deals. That's exactly when mistakes happen. De La Hoya said that's when a fight with Jermell Charlo could appear, and it's the perfect trap. Why Charlo? Because he's more dangerous than Canelo. He's not distracted. He's strong, heavy at 154 plus, and full of revenge after losing to Canelo. That kind of hunger makes him a nightmare matchup for any champion who's relaxed after a big win.
Crawford afterwards hinting at maybe retirement. Do you think he retires? No.
Not at all.
Now he's making the big bucks, right?
Well, now he has a taste of 7 figures, you know, 8 figures, whatever it might be. Once you get a taste of that, towards the end of your career, you're gonna make a few mistakes.
Crawford isn't just fighting Charlo's skills, he's fighting the danger of overconfidence. After beating Canelo so easily, it's easy to get careless, but Charlo's no joke. He's already felt what true super middleweight power is like. After losing to Canelo, Charlo admitted, "Canelo is a beast, I should have gained more weight." That experience makes him even more dangerous now.
Hey, what's up, guys? Canelo Charlo, super boring fight. I mean, he just showed up for a paycheck. Canelo, obviously, like I said, on quicksand, throwing bombs. He won easy. But anyway, look, if we want boxing to survive, if we want boxing to thrive, we need super fights, like all the time. Fighters must fight each other. We have to come together. Promoters, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum, whoever's out there, let's come together. I'm calling you out. Let's come together. Let's meet the power of the minds and come up with something, because boxing can die. I'm calling you all out. Let's do this.
I love boxing, so I'm not going nowhere, and you know, just jump right into it. And you know, Canelo's a motherfucking beast. You know what I'm saying? He'll ox. You know, maybe I felt that more because of the fact that you know, this is my first time at that weight division. I wish I could have gained a little bit more weight in between the you know, from the weigh-in to that time, but I can't control my body, and I can't, you know, but like God had this already written, and you know, I'm glad that I was in there with you know, to put on the performance for Showtime pay-per-view.
In your perspective, why don't you think he could have stopped Charlo?
No, he could have stopped Charlo. He should have. I mean, you don't. First of all, you had a fighter who was there just for payday, literally. I mean, he's in the biggest stage of his life. Go out there and take some risks. You know, fight hard. People paid their money. People buy it on pay-per-view. Fight hard. Because when you fight hard, you don't lose anything. When it's a great fight, there's no loser. The elite level. So I think it's a great fight. I just think that the press conferences were freaking lame.
Why?
Just because it was all staged. I mean, come on, guys. Look, if you want to see Canelo pissed off, take a look at my press conference. With Munguia and Canelo. That's Canelo pissed off.
De La Hoya waste my time with this question.
Yeah, we saw Oscar De La Hoya trying to say that the fight was going to take place maybe in the daytime.
Yeah, this is what I want from you, to say his name. I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m. inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick, and after that we will go dinner to Carbon, and in the night we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September. You waste, Oscar De La Hoya waste my time with this question. Of course, this is in the peak. This is the boxing, the sport #1 in the world. This is Canelo and Crawford.